Okay, before I get started with this video, I just want to explain a few things. One, I am honestly a huge Persona fanboy. I honestly never played the game till recently, or more recently, but yeah, I honestly enjoyed the series for a while. I got interested in it from a MatPat theory, and then after watching a Let's Play of Persona 4, I became hooked. And as you see, during a lot of my past, or at least a portion of it, I became a huge fan where I wanted to add this picture when I was still a Pokemon. And yeah, honestly, I liked it, and I was messing with PowerPoint a lot. Well, Photoshop. Anyways, also another thing, I do want to get over aging because some of the characters, despite being romanceable in the game, are kind of underage. Age for standards for, real life relationships. So I just wanted to explain this part where, I looked into the timeline and there's an entire year between Persona 3 and 4 and 5 or 6 years between Persona as 4 and 5. All three games take place a year after each other, so there's no real need to worry about any of those, but including the endgame scene for Persona 4 where you're in the future before the credits. I don't know if that was a year after or just a few months, so I don't really know what to count that as, but adding up all the dates and including Persona 5 Strikers because it's canonical to the Persona 5 story and takes place a year after the events of the first Persona 5, so I'm looking up to around 9 to 10 years. So add 9 to 10 to the Persona 3 casts, and add 6 to 7 or 8 years to the Persona 4 cast. And for the P5 characters, it would still be young, even including both years in game and strikers. And I'm just gonna age those ones up, so no loose ends. So yeah, I hope you enjoy, and future me, take it away. Okay, if my future self, who will be editing this video, didn't mention already about what the tiers mean, I'll do it right now before I start. Gain in relationships, in my case, or my opinion, is what I probably meant, means if I was in the world and I had a chance to get in a relationship with them, they're my number one pick. Definitely would be someone I would date if I could, but if they have reasons why I want to date them, or if I don't feel like I would be able to. Friends for sure. Pretty self-explanatory, along with not interested in. And just so everyone knows, here are the girls I will not be doing in this. Sorry. The girls I won't be having participate in it, since either they're already in a relationship, you can't really romance them, or I just don't know them. Anyways, I'll start from Persona 3 and move my way up to Persona 5, even if that's okay with everyone. Anyways, let's start off with a student council's treasurer, I think. I really haven't interacted with her much, so I kind of forgot. Not because I don't like her, it's just I've already finished her route, so yeah. Honestly, Honestly, I would pretty much relate with her a lot. When I was a lot younger, I was definitely more nervous around everyone, and I still can't really talk to girls, so there's one thing. Also, I do like reading occasionally, so we might be able to talk about that. So, I'd say. Ah. And yeah, I definitely would date if possible. Now, the next one I have is. I forgot her name, mostly because I'm bad with remembering them. But she's the coach for whatever team you pick in Persona 3. Well, in a way, coach. Team manager? Either way. And honestly, when Andre started playing the game, she was honestly the most interesting. And honestly, I know I said that 3 times. I'm not used to doing videos like this. I normally can just change things. Either way. She's pretty cute. Cute when I first got to see her, and honestly, I like how her personality is. She's not overbearing, and she's sweet. And after finishing her social link, it's just kind of cute. I'd put her in date if I could, but, well, in the female route, out of Persona 3, you mostly have an entire thing in the middle of the story where you go to the school of Persona 4. Long story. And she mentions if she had to date someone, she would probably date the fellow athlete. That you get her social link from. And comparing me, yeah, she would manage my life. If mostly because I'm pretty lazy. So yeah. I would date, but I think she could do better than me. Next is the teacher, and honestly, I'd say more. Honestly, I don't know with her. We mostly go through her social link through a video game. Now, I like video games, and that's definitely a good thing, but I like the social link, but thinking of it as a relationship, I'd say date it if I could. But I don't know how to handle drunks. She only drinks occasionally, and only after a bad day, but still, I would just be uncomfortable at that point because I don't know how to deal with drunk people. Next is Elizabeth, and I already know where I'm putting her. I don't hate her. Any Persona 3 fans, please don't come after me. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure Dre understands this as well, since he is a fan of the third series. Well, third game. But I like Elizabeth. Her personality is fun. And I really like the hangout sections you get throughout the game. But in terms of a relationship, I get embarrassed easily. Not from other people, sometimes my own choices. When I was younger, I had a Sonic shirt, and, well, during that day at school, I wore my winter coat the entire day. Just because I was embarrassed of what people would think of me if I wore that shirt. So yeah, for a long time I've been refusing to get characters, and if I was out with Elizabeth within a relationship, yeah, I would be too embarrassed, and for her sake, I'd rather not have something like that as a defining factor, I guess. Again, don't hate me for this, but yeah, I'm not into the idea of dating a robot. Yes, she's nice, sweet, and I like her, but yeah, not doing that. Fuka, friends for sure. Not that I don't like her, like the other or two I just mentioned. It's more of, I do like her, it's just, I don't think of her that way. Similar to how I view Ruby Rose from Ruby. Yes, she's not bad looking, but to me, I just get a sister vibe. Someone I could just hang around with. And possibly geek out about stupid stuff that we're interested in. Fuka, honestly, I would be admiring how brave she is. In story, she was bullied as a kid. Well, she was bullied in the game. E-Man still fought to protect even that bully. So I would have a lot of respect for her, but I wouldn't try dating. It's more of, well, similar to, I don't want to ruin a relationship with her just because of romance and drama. Makoto, however, I just watched through her social link, and she's a closet dork. Or seriously, she didn't even know how to act in a ramen shop. Honestly, cute. Cute when you look at it. And yeah, I'm not intelligent enough to date her, but if I could, then I probably would at least ask her out. So I would, yeah. Pardon me, my phone's not, well, I'm not used to doing tier lists on my phone, so yeah. Either way, Makoto, I would put in D, if I could, but mostly because she's way out of my league, and second off, I don't want to get executed if I did something stupid. Main turn off. Also, I don't know what she means by execution, but if the bath out scene in the game means anything, I don't want to know. And honestly, I forgot to mention this before, but I'm planning on only having 3 in the canon relationships. 1 for each game. Mostly because each game I can only have 1. Well, in Persona 4 and 5. Persona 3, you basically have to date all the women. So, yeah. Well, you don't have to, but if you want to get all the social links, you'd begrudgingly would have to. And my pick for number 3 is Yukari. Now, honestly, I like her casual outfits a lot more than some of the other characters, actually. In fact, personal bias, but I'm not going to add that in this reasoning. Can't speak. Anyways, shockingly, yeah, I just like Yukari as a character. Many people didn't like her, especially in the first and a few of the remakes. Reloaded, her voice actress is different and kind of gives a different approach with some of her lines. But honestly, don't hate her. Yukari is, well, in a way, kind of a sad character, or in many ways. She lost her father, or she's begrudgingly helping the daughter of the company that killed her father, and she feels like her own mother is letting go of him just because. Now, yes, she is still stupid for that. I mean, and she could just ask her mother why, or just figure that maybe her father would want them to move on and live their lives. Other than that, she's honestly sweet when you get to know her, and personally, yeah, I like her. Also, this was around the time I thought
the Lover's Arcana is the true kin and relationship arcana. So yeah. Anyways, moving on to my favorite of the Persona games. I'm pretty sure my future self will mention this at the beginning of the video, so I'll not get into it here. I'll let that version of me get into it. Anyways, for the first start, Chie. Now, before or anything, honestly, I think we would be good friends. I like action movies as well. Martial arts are kind of my... I did take martial arts before as a kid, but never was good at it. But it would be cool to learn. And I just feel like we'd get along. Plus, dog. Aga. Oh, instant points. So yeah, I would definitely date Chie. And just because, as she's a fun character. I'm currently playing through New Game Plus, and I'm planning on having her as my relationship. Girlfriend in that game. Save file. Mostly because, honestly, I like her, and when I took the courage route, it just really hit home. Yukiko? Yeah, this is... I don't hate Yukiko. She's a good character, and I like her palace and her arc. It's just... comparing her to some of the other females in the game, I don't know what to think of her. Her story and background is definitely interesting, but I feel like it gets overshadowed by a lot of the future girls in the game. Yeah, I would, if I'm at least friends with Chie, I would still be friends with Yukiko. I don't hate her. It's just, I don't really know so much. While I'm here, I'm also gonna put her here. She's from the drama club in Persona 4, and honestly, I don't know much about her. All I know is that she doesn't like her dad because he left, and her mother wants her to at least try making amends because he's dying, and through her own stubbornness, she refuses. I mean, at best, friends, but at most, nothing further. You know what, Yukiko, friends for sure at least. It's but low on that list. Again, I don't hate Yukiko. It's just, she's not my first option. Friends for sure. I mean, I chose Ban and for Persona 4 because I like music. And her entire arc is just sad. And I feel sorry for her, and I would go to her concert if she held one. I just can't go to dates. Mostly because her face. Not being rude, it's just, she looks a lot younger than everyone else. And she is also smaller. It would be weird. But second, again, I don't hate her. It's just, I want to support her, not as a relationship. Again, I chose someone else instead of her. But I just want to be there as a friend and fellow musician. Don't want to complicate things. Similar to Fuka. I don't hate them. I'm not interested, but I do want to be there and help them. Margaret. I will be honest. I didn't do her social link in my first playthrough. Mostly because I didn't just want to look through a guide to figure out which personas, or spend time just figuring out how to get them. But I am actually attracted to her. Appearance-wise, she's not bad looking, and she is mysterious. I like that in people. Well, especially in a significant other. Or personally. It's just, I wouldn't have any clue what to talk to her about. So I'm putting her in date if I could, but mostly because I have no clue how one would go with her. So yeah. Okay, I'm gonna just skip the next view and go right to this one because I can't really put her any higher, nor can I put her lower. Nah. Ah! Okay, let me just find her real fast. Okay, there she is. Naoto, I like detectives. She's cool. I like mystery stories. You're gonna hear me say I like a lot of different things. As a kid, and somewhat now, I'm always fascinated in other things. Things other than what I normally show. So yeah. Yeah, you're gonna hear me say I like a lot of different things. But yeah, Naoto, I really like. I would consider her, but A, like Makoto, I am not smart enough. And B, let's all just be honest. If you're a B4 fan, and you know who Makoto and Naoto and Kanji are just cute together. Seriously, their interactions are cute. You can't call me a simple-minded fellow, or just a simple-minded shipper, but Kanji and Naoto, if they're not married, in Persona 6, or even just mentioned to be married in some Persona 5 game, I'm going to be angry. Okay. Hey, are you good? Okay, I'm good. Maureen. I like her character. Her story arc is good, and honestly, I would be terrified of lightning if I was in that scene. And with her. In my first playthrough, I said no. No to liking her as more than a friend. Now, it's an interesting idea that he's technically a girl you can date while dating someone else and not get the bad Valentine's ending. Also, it's fun that if you say you love her in the game and at the end, she says I love you back on national TV. Pretty much the only female confidant that if you're in a relationship with will say it in a cutscene. Yeah. But yeah, I just chose no because I felt more like I was a tour guide or a possible friend. I didn't really get any romantic feelings from her. Now, we're at the next two for Persona 4, and honestly, this is kind of a hard pick. I mean, one is similar to why I picked Yukiko for Persona 3 because Lover's Arcana, but I also like her character. The other, well, you can see, I just honestly fell for her. Not in any romantic way, just I fell for her character. At first, I just thought she was a snobby brat. But after getting to know her, I really felt bad that I wasn't picking her that game. In fact, I was kind of considering picking her for my New Game Plus playthrough. No, but then Jay had the entire moment where I picked the courage out option. Either way, I can also go back to her if I felt like I could change it. Either way, hey again. Yeah. It's a hard pick for me. Yeah. But letting my first game and play go through and be an example, I would put her in someone in definitely would date. I am considering her. It's a hard choice. Choice for this option, and really, I just like Rise more. Or call me a simp, idol simp if you want, but yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't Rise my first playthrough, and I'm not denying it. I just like her character. Her motivations are sweet. I am not referring to the first scene of the game, might I add. Also, the animation played pretty well. Animated Persona 4 played a huge part. Yes, her and she did have a fun moment there. But I just really like the scene of Rise and you making origami swans from a magazine. It was a cute moment, and it solidified in me liking her. And you as a parent. Again, call me casual if you want, or a simp. It's just, when I'm comparing both, Rise just comes out more. Well, with that hard choice out, it's time for me to pick an easy option. I don't hate Haru. She is sweet. I just honestly don't think of her in any relationship standards. Plus, common boy who's pretty much poor, basically royalty. Haru. It won't work. She's sweet to talk to, and I can see us being friends. Hold on. There. Again, sweet. I can consider us friends. Gardening is something we could talk about. I don't garden personally, but I know people in my family who do. But yeah. I just can't put Haru any higher. Yeah, don't hate her. It's just, I don't really consider her an option. And for dating. Who else should I go? Nope. Didn't mean that. Phone's being weird. Similar case though, I guess. But also basically Siri. In some matter of way. She is the prototype of Emma, so... And Emma is basically Siri. At best friend. And way more interesting than Drama Girl. Okay, here's a huge problem. Persona 5 really did it with females in the game. I don't even know who to put where. Well, I'll have to pick something, so I'll go... Why does this keep happening? Okay, good. Please. Needs work. Again. I have nothing against her, but I don't even have an opinion about her yet. All I know is from what I've heard, and I'm still in middle playing Persona Royal, 5 Royal. So, friends for sure, and maybe if I finish the game and end up picking her, I would go. I'll put her higher. But for right now, friends. Okay. Date if I could, but again, kind teacher, good person, and can't believe she was forced to pay people money just because they were greedy. And thought, hey, we could get money off her from an adopted son. Yeah, they're that jerky. I just, honestly, I don't even know why I put her in. I could, but I guess the maid thing could be a reason why. I also put her here because out of all of them, she's just not that interesting one. Hold on. In fact, don't hate her. It's just out of everyone else in a relationship standard, similar to the teacher, but way more drunk. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, actually, yeah, I would definitely date Futaba. I mean, she's a geek. Let's be honest. She has Featherman in action figures or models. I'm pretty sure we would get along pretty well. Oh, similar to the club president, well, student council girl. I just see myself hanging out with them a lot. If it's a relationship, I wouldn't really mind. Alright. In fact, more power if it's possible. I just don't really consider her my OTP. And before anyone says, oh my god, you're gonna do this, aren't you? I don't hate on, and honestly, I think the moments where you do pick her as a relationship are cute. It's more of, after watching a video, I just consider her and Ryuji being better partners. So yeah, that's my reasoning. And also, I'm not picking the Lover's Arcana 3 times in a row. Despite when I first started Persona 5, I was planning on picking on because Lover's Arcana. I'm changing things up, I swear. Here, next, Makoto. Another case of way too intelligent for me. But also, unlike Mitsuru, she doesn't really require much knowledge to date, well, hang out with. And honestly, the moments you pretend to be dating are kind of cute. Also, a pencil holder. And what's not to like? The only reason I have her in I Could But is mostly similar to Mitsuru. I don't want to get executed or beaten up. Makoto is known as Queen for a reason. And, yeah. Persona 5 Strikers gave me an image of Persona 3, and I haven't even played Persona 3 at that time. Wow. Now, thinking about it, ironically, 2 adults are part of the last 3. Meaning that the hardest choices. Takemi. Yeah. I'm not really into goths, but her personality is somewhat alluring. Again, similar to the mysterious vibe, but I also really think how she actually has a kind heart. And only wants to develop a medicine and to keep a kid smiling. And I feel empathetic for her because of her backstory. Honestly, I do want to kind of pick her. And thinking about it, yeah, I would. Me personally. And all I have to do is drink a weird medicine. Also, I am planning on building up courage. So, yeah. I would probably do it just because of that. Yeah. Now, I'm currently rewatching playthrough of Persona 5 to just remember what happened in that game. And because, I was playing Persona 5 Royal, so why not? And they both have backstories that I really feel for. One honestly thought they were good and worthy of a title, only to find out that it was all faked. And the other was considered a monster by the people she just wanted to help. Help with her fortune telling. I feel so bad for both of them. And like how they end up being true to themselves in the end. This is really gonna make Persona 5 a hard choice to pick. Like a one true waifu. Persona 3, I just feel more close to Yukari. Especially since you get to know her a lot more during the game. And you'll know more about her than Makoto. But you can easily interchange them. Rise, I already explained the entire thing. I just really like her character, and the moment with you in the animated series or movie or whatever you call it, it was too cute to not like her after. This one, I don't even know who to pick. Cute country girl or Shinobian and girl. I mostly said that because the shogi player. Okay, this one. Margaret, I already explained where you go. This one is the one I'm referring to. Yeah, she pretty... If you ever played in Fire Emblem Awakening and seen Oli Silica as a kid with the... My hand hungers! Yeah, that's pretty much her. She's a dork. And honestly, I like dork characters. I understand why Nico he hates that he had a pick. Pick just one. And in that Let's Play. Okay. I made my choice, and I'm going to lay in this bed. And I have made myself. Yeah. Yeah, I just can't hate Chihaya. Yeah, I understand not being in a huge city and... Yeah, I didn't mean that. I just... Yeah. I'm trying to put her back in. I can't put her back in. I can date her. But... I'm not smart or that Ogie. Yeah, I can't even find a reason. And except for age. Age, and I'm already going a year higher. Here, so, Lisa High School. I don't even know her age. Point is, why was that so difficult? But yeah. And this is my tier list. And the canon in relationships, in my case, is for Persona 3, Yukoto, or Yukari. I forgot her name for a second. Persona 4 will always and forever be Rise because just cute. And Persona 5 and Chihaya. Because, again, cute. I hope you enjoyed this video. I just realized I cannot pick anyone from Persona 5 without feeling heartbroken. Well, okay, I scratched that. I can say for sure I would not pick Lavenza or any of her halves. One is just a jerk. Two, they're way too small and I'd feel weirded out. And three, in common sense. Elizabeth, it doesn't have that same awareness, but her personality makes up for it. And Margaret, similar in her case, she doesn't know much about the outside world, but her calm demeanor and mysterious personality, and from time to time, does make her more likable. Lavenza's honestly just a kid, and at heart. Alright, so yeah, no. I at least know, I wouldn't pick them even if you could. And that's a good thing. But yeah, this is my tier list. I hope you guys enjoyed. And now I really gotta consider what I like in a girl. Because, yeah, I don't even know what to say anymore. So I'll just end it with these three things. One, no matter which Persona game you play, and you're always gonna like a certain character more than the other. Some people like a Mary Sue character, while others prefer a character with more depth into them. Whether they're smart, charming, or you just feel sorry for them and want to be a shoulder for them to cry on, don't let what other people will prefer or be your deciding factor. You could pick a character just because they have a cute moment. Or you could just pick them because you know more about them. So, don't let whoever tells you, your wife is wrong win. Second, I hope you enjoyed this video, and as my future said at the beginning, if you enjoy it, like, comment, share, and subscribe to never miss another video like this. And if you're interested in a Who's the Best Bro version of this, let me know. And third, Rise will always be Persona 4 Queen. And change my mind.